At this point, considering how well you've been playing, do you really just want to get to the regular season already?
I want to keep getting better. I agree. We've played well. We look sharp. Pleased about that. But I know we're just scratching the surface of the team we can be. So I'm excited every day to get to work because I know we can make more and more progress every day through training, and want to see how we look in this first road game too. We want to keep a consistent approach, game in and out. That's what we've done in the past. Last year we had to adjust a little bit more than we would have liked on the road. But this year with our depth, the fact that we're healthy, we're going to keep a consistent approach, and I think that'll be the key to us getting results on the road like we did in the years prior.
Has anybody surprised you so far in this camp?
I think every single guy has just looked locked in and hungry and positive. So I think the entire team, it hasn't surprised me, but it's been really encouraging to see. There's a different edge to this team this year, a different hunger, and even a different energy in the locker room. So I'm enjoying every day getting out of bed and working with these guys, and I'm looking forward to this season.
When you talk about different edge, different hunger, obviously you've talked a lot about the improvements you wanted to make over the offseason. Do you feel like this team, the way you put it together, is different than any team that you've been able to put together? I mean, do you feel more positive about this preseason than in the past?
I think it's been the most enjoyable preseason that I've been a part of out of the 5. I think a part of that is coming off a season that we weren't happy about. You're motivated to come back, and you see that in the group as well. I think having new players as well, that new energy, some young guys in the team, the competition, and also having time myself to reflect and reevaluate and look in the mirror. And I've been really motivated to come to this season and make some tweaks, subtle tweaks, but also get back to playing the way I want to play. And anytime you coach in a way that you enjoy, put your team together in a way that you enjoy, you have new players that are doing it, their attitude's good, it makes for a good work environment. This is our workplace, and I have to show up every day, and I'm enjoying showing up every day.
You've talked a bit about this, but just with the way you've been able to put the team together, bring in the types of players you've brought in, does this feel the most like you have the personnel to play you want to play than past seasons? Yeah,
I mean, I've always had a way of looking at the game, a way of putting my teams together, but it comes down to being able to execute it, and it's not always been as easy as I would have thought at the pro level to do that, because of the fact that you're playing other teams that are equal in some cases or more talented than you are, or if you get injuries, or if you go into different environments where there are different conditions, the execution of what you want to do isn't as easy as you might think. You might want to be a pressing team, but if you're going to Houston and it's 105 degrees, it makes it difficult to do that. You might want to be a possession team, but if you take an injury to, let's say, a Liam Ridgewell, and he's your best passer out of the back, the next guy in might not be quite as good. So now all of a sudden those things matter and change somewhat your execution of how you want to go about playing the way that you believe in, the way that you want to play. And I think last year was a perfect storm of all that. We had to adapt more than we wanted, and so getting back to this year, we wanted to be able to execute game in and out, and it takes the right players, it takes depth, and we're going to try to get back to doing that, and that's probably why I'm enjoying it so much. Guzman really helps, Blanco, those guys, in addition to the other guys, allow us to put the team out in a way that we want.
As you get closer to the start of the regular season, what do you talk about when you talk to the guys about expectations? Obviously, you want to set goals that are reachable without, focus too much on the end of the season, because you have to hit all the games before that.
Yeah, well, it's about winning trophies. So, there are only a few ways you can win trophies. So those are always going to be the goals every single year. But we're also going to have, kind of a quarterly review this year, and we've looked at, obviously it's obvious the playoffs, that's the minimum. Everybody knows that. It's 51 points typically, and it's 1.5 points per game. That's a minimum, but we're also going to, have a range of what's Supporters Shield look like. In the past, 3 Supporters Shield winners, how many points? It's typically about 60, 61, and you can even look at analytics of, average analytics of what it takes, goals scored, goals conceded, all that. So we're going to kind of try to get into that range. We obviously know the top, that's Supporters Shield. We obviously know the minimum, that's playoffs. Can we shoot for the top? And if we fall in between, that gives us the best chance. But we're gonna have a little bit more accountability for the whole year, specific accountability, and then quarterly accountability for some of those metrics.
The one position that you said was still need to bring in is the center back. You had said you'd hope to bring him in time to get him ready for that first game. At this point, do you think that this is a player that's going to be coming in before the season starts? Or is it going to be Lawrence Ullman? You might not say the lineup, but is it going to be a different player on day one?
Yeah. It's one of the reasons we pulled the trigger on Lawrence, because we knew if we couldn't get a guy in that he could do it, and we've plugged him in so that if we didn't get a guy, we knew he could do it. He's shown he can do it. We're confident in him, but nothing's changed. We're looking to add a guy. We're hoping to get that guy here before the season. But we also know it takes time to integrate that player. We're definitely not going to, we're definitely adding a player.